Hello and welcome to GadgetGuideUSA. Thanks for watching my LingsFire 5000 Lumen Rechargeable HeadLamp product review. As you can see here, I got essentially it's a multifunctional rechargeable headlamp, or whatever you want to call it. It's a light that mounts to your head with some rechargeable batteries. Simple enough. So of course, it included everything you see in here. There was no instruction manual included. It's a flashlight, it doesn't need a lot of instruction. But it was one of those objects. I went camping last weekend, I'm going camping next weekend, trying to get all my summer in. So I actually needed this. So I busted it out and charged it, and it was fantastically bright for camping. Almost too bright in some cases, and we'll get more into that. Include your standard AC charger, so you plug that in the wall. This light lights up, you plug it right in. Notice these weather-resistant plugs to make it additionally splash-proof and all that good stuff. Makes it better for camping. And so you plug it in, charge it. Pretty sure you know how that goes. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Now you can see here the actual headlamp. It's made out of the stretchy side material, which is incredibly comfortable on the side of your head. Notice it's marked LingsFire. This entire headset was sent to me by the Amazon store named LingsFire, also the manufacturer LingsFire, which obviously manufactures LingsFire stuff. So we have that, and it's branded. It's very well branded. It has LingsFire all over it, even on the batteries, and we'll get into that. So it's ran by two 18650 batteries, which were included in the set. I believe there's one set that doesn't include them, but you know, get the batteries, you need them. And the batteries are also branded LingsFire, just like there. Don't forget that's the store that sent it to me. Yeah, shameless plug, I get it. Okay, but overall, so notice that this is just a small rubber cover that covers the batteries, and that attaches, or I guess it pins to the back of your head through the, you know, when you actually put it on. So we're going to go ahead and lock that back on and make sure it's comfortable. And then, so you have your stretchy material, you have your batteries. The flashlight is made of primarily metal, of course glass fronts, with three L2 CREE LEDs. Extremely bright, and we'll get more into that. I'll actually show you. And you can see there's this power cord here, which at first I was like, oh my god, that looks, you know, like it's not going to be very comfortable. It sits on the outside of the band, so you barely even notice it's there once you get into it. So not that big of a deal. At first I thought it looked, you know, uncomfortable, but it's fine. And then of course runs into the battery there. Everything looks well made. I mean, I don't see any huge risk of breaking, but you know, satisfied with that so far. So the next thing we're going to talk about, we have the battery, and it has a little LED indicator back here to let you know it is on. It has 4 modes, and we're going to go ahead and go over those. This is mode 1. This is the single brightest light, which is just the center light right here, which is extremely bright. The L2s are rated at a maximum of 6300 lumens, but these are rated at 5000 each, and there's a total of 3. The center one seems way brighter than the other two, and is bright enough to be, just the center one alone is brighter than my standard camping headlamp. So we'll get more into that. Even now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 7 studio lights pointed at me right now, so it is extremely bright in this room, as bright as I can possibly get it, and you can still clearly see that flashlight, and that's with only 1 on. So we can have 2 on, which is just the side ones. I'm going to go ahead and not blind you. See how just the side ones are on for mode 2. Mode 1 is just the center. Mode 2 is just the 2 side lights. Mode 3 is all of them on at the same time, and you can clearly see this brighter white dot in the middle is the brighter one. And then the 4th is going to be a strobe. And you know, if you're camping or things like that, I'm a big camper. I don't foresee any emergencies while I'm out there, but at the same time, strobe feature is never going to hurt. So we have that. It's extremely comfortable. The sides are comfortable. This front, you can actually see that it's kind of shaped for your forehead there, and it's a little bit flex. So the front of your head's really comfortable, and it has this additional padding there, so you can wear it for hours without your forehead being sore. Now that becomes the only problem I can complain about. I wore it camping for, you know, I don't know, hours while drinking. But after a couple of hours, you can almost feel these batteries push through this small plastic thing. So what personally I'm going to do, I'm actually going to take a small piece of felt. I have adhesive back felt, and I'm just going to put a piece of felt right there, and I feel like it would be super comfortable after that. As it stands, it's not uncomfortable, but after 2 hours, you will start to notice. It's not like you're going to take it off, but I always try to look for something bad, and that's pretty much the worst thing I could think of. Not the end of the world, but definitely worth mentioning. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to shut off all my lights so you can actually see it in the dark in action. And we'll go back through the modes just like we standard do, you know. So that is the flash. You can actually see that green light on. So we'll go through the modes. That is just the center light on, extremely bright. Ah, you're blinded. Yeah, no. And then this is the two lights just by themselves, which it's pretty bright. Not bright enough where you're going to kill people by shining it in their face, but I wouldn't stare in it for long periods. The third setting is all three on at the same time, and that's extremely bright. And then the fourth is going to be the strobe there, and you can see how bright that is. I mean, definitely the most impressive thing about it is going to be the brightness. Do not shine this in other people's eyes. I, of course, used it for camping, and I was with a large group, and we were having a great time. At the same time, one of the complaints was, if I have the center light on and look at them, it blinds them and they can't see. So I was required to use only the two side lights, and even then, it was, some people said it was a little bit too bright. So I used it for camping. Hey, you can use it for whatever you want. My primary use, once summer's over, is actually going to be for repair. I do a lot of soldering and heat sinking and things like that, and having an adjustable headlamp, it adjusts like that, so you can aim it, directly at what you need to, while keeping two hands free, so I can solder with this hand, heat sink with this hand, clip, whatever. It's actually extremely important. I have sets of articulated arms that do this, but at the same time, it's really nice to have it on your head so you can kind of, fine-tune the light. And as bright as that is, there's not going to be any situations where you need a brighter light than that. All three LEDs are supposedly rated at 5,000 lumens each. I think they're severely underrating the center light. It is way brighter than I expected. And like I said, do not shine it in other people's eyes. Even these two are a little bit too bright to shine in people's eyes. But, it is what it is. Overall, the brightness of the headset is fantastic. The comfort's okay. As soon as I add some felt to this little piece, the comfort will be fantastic as well. It looks well made. Everything I need in a headlight piece, both for camping and then, for actual work when I have to work. Yeah, no, I don't like it either, but hey, it's got to be done. Overall, good piece. I'm definitely going to recommend the LingsFire 5000 lumen L2 LED Rechargeable HeadLight. I got it from a store at LingsFire. It's an Amazon storefront and a manufacturer. Definitely a quality product. I hope you enjoyed my product review for the LingsFire 5000 lumen L2 LED Rechargeable HeadLamp. Comments are always welcome at the bottom of the page. Subscriptions are always appreciated. Thank you. And if you ever have any specific questions, comments, or suggestions, please email me at GadgetGuideUSA@gmail.com. Thank you for your time.